One crash can change everything, but not all auto accidents are created the same when it comes to your claim. And in this video, we're going to explore the most common types of car crashes, their most common causes, and how they impact your insurance claim or lawsuit. Hi, I'm Brian Glass. I became a personal injury lawyer 17 years ago. And today, after having secured one of the largest DUI verdicts in the history of Virginia, I can personally say that most people undervalue their case. And that's exactly what insurance companies count on. If you or somebody you know has been injured or disabled and they want to speak with a lawyer that they can trust, give us a call at Glass Law to schedule your free consultation. Now let's get into it. Common causes of car accident. Understanding common causes of car accidents is the first step in knowing how your claim will be impacted. So let's look at some of the leading causes. Distracted driving. Distracted driving is one of the most common and most dangerous causes of car accidents. A huge factor here is texting while driving, which, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. Now, to put that in perspective, at 55 miles an hour, in 5 seconds, you're traveling the length of a football field. And in that short amount of time, your life or somebody else's can change forever. And studies from Virginia Tech also show that texting while driving increases the risk of a crash by 23 times. But texting isn't the only distraction. Talking on the phone, even hands-free, can quadruple the risk of an accident. Even adjusting your radio, eating, or using GPS can cause cognitive distractions that impair your ability to react quickly. Speed and reckless driving. Speeding is an obvious factor because the faster you're going, the less time you have to react to sudden changes, and the more severe the crash can be. Reckless driving, like tailgating or weaving in and out of lanes or not yielding when you should, also increases the chance of an accident. Driving under the influence. Driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs is the leading cause of serious crashes. Now in Virginia, DUI penalties are pretty strict, even for the first offense. You can be fined up to $2,500, your license can get suspended for a year, and there's possible jail time depending on the level of blood alcohol concentration. Types of car accidents. So now that we've covered the causes, let's dive into the most common types of accidents and how they impact your claim. Rear-end collisions. Now, rear-end crashes are some of the most common crashes that we see, especially in traffic. They're often caused by somebody tailgating or somebody who comes to a sudden stop. And while whiplash is typical in these kinds of crashes, injuries can be serious at higher speeds. Now, the rear-end driver is almost always at fault for a rear-end collision. Head-on collisions. These are among the most dangerous crashes. Head-on collisions can often cause serious or even fatal injuries. They can result from distracted or impaired driving or poor road conditions. The fault can be complicated if both drivers share some of the blame. T-bone collisions. T-bones happen when one vehicle hits the side of another, often because somebody is running a red light or has failed to stop at a stop sign. These crashes can cause serious injuries, especially on the driver's side. Liability depends on right-of-way and traffic laws. Multi-vehicle pileups. Common on highways and in bad weather or heavy traffic, pileups involving multiple vehicles often result in complex liability situations. And a thorough investigation is key to holding all of the right parties fully accountable for their actions. Single vehicle accidents. These involve one car hitting an object or leaving the road. Causes include road hazards, medical emergencies, swerving, speed, and liability is almost always going to fall on the driver, but occasionally could fall on a manufacturer or a government entity. Rollover accidents. Rollovers often cause catastrophic injuries and are more common in SUVs or trucks during sharp turns or at high rates of speed. If vehicle design contributed to the happening of the crash, a product liability claim might also be possible. How these accidents affect claims. Now, let's talk about how the type of accident can affect your claim. Liability coverage and how much insurance you will have depends on the type of accident and on Virginia law. So Virginia follows a pure contributory negligence rule, which means that if you're even 1% at fault for the happening of your accident, you are barred from recovering any compensation whatsoever. And this makes proving the other party's fault especially important for every single motor vehicle crash case. Then there's strong evidence, which is the foundation of any successful claim. Key documents include police reports, photographs from the accident scene, witness statements, and medical documentation, which are all crucial to proving the injuries, how they happen, and how they're connected to the accident. Always make sure you collect as much documentation as you can after you've been in a car crash. Also, some accidents, especially those involving multi-vehicle pileups or those with multiple cars, can delay the settlement process. If you have a pre-existing injury or condition, that might also complicate the injury claim. But don't worry, an experienced injury attorney can handle these issues and make your claim as strong as possible. Some tips for protecting your rights. When it comes to accidents, your rights are crucial. Here are some tips for protecting them immediately after the crash. Immediately after the crash, ensure that everybody is safe first, and then call 911. Police report is essential even in minor accidents, and you should gather information like photographs, witness information, and details about the accident. Next, seek medical attention. Even if you think your injuries are minor, it's important to get checked out by a doctor. Some injuries, like whiplash or internal bleeding, may not show up immediately, and they can get worse over time. Documenting your injuries early on helps you protect your claim. Next up, consult with an attorney. An experienced lawyer can help you navigate the legal process, handle negotiations with insurance companies, and ensure that your rights are protected throughout the process. Having somebody on your side can make all the difference. So if you've been in a car crash, don't wait to take action, because your rights and your future depend on how you handle the claim in the early stages after the crash. Remember to consult an experienced personal injury lawyer as soon as possible to protect your interests and make sure that you get the compensation you deserve. If your loved one has been injured here in Virginia and you're ready to talk to an experienced lawyer who will fight for the compensation you deserve, call us today at Benglass Law, and we'll be happy to walk you through a free consultation to help you decide whether we are the best law firm for you. If you're looking for other information about your crash, you can check out all the other videos that we have on this channel. See you in the next video.